Hello and welcome everyone to today's energy report for the 12th of September 2018, presented by myself, Phil Carr, at the Gold and Silver Club. This week we have seen a surge in oil prices, Brent crude oil climbing back above $80 per barrel, WTI crude oil also breaking out back above $70 per barrel, over a 3.5% gain on crude oil so far this week. There have been a couple of catalysts for that. One of those has been the US sanctions on Iran, which have added to concerns over global oil supply. And also today we had the US crude oil inventory data, which fell more than expected, below 400 million barrels. And that's definitely had an impact on oil prices with the breakout that we've seen later on in the session on Wednesday. So with that, let's move over to the charts and we'll talk you through the levels that we're looking at next. Firstly, we'll take a look at WTI crude oil, right now trading at $70.28 per barrel. We in fact highlighted this on the week ahead commodity report, where we were looking for the potential to take a breakout trade here with a resumption of this overall upward trend if we got confirmation of that. So you'll be pleased to know that we did see that price action occur. We took the long position and we've had a really healthy profit on the long side on crude oil over the course of this week. Now, where we're poised right now with WTI crude oil, well, it's certainly a bullish close here. We're closing back above $70 per barrel. Notice as well, this is actually the strongest close we've seen here on crude oil since the beginning of July. We've had several breakouts. Even last week, we had another breakout to the upside, taking the price back above $71 per barrel, but it didn't follow through. In fact, that turned out to be a bull trap, which we subsequently shorted back down towards the lower trend channel here. So oil, the close today on WTI crude oil, that remains fairly bullish, and we could certainly see another retest back towards Wednesday's highs between now and the end of the week, which would take the price back towards $71 per barrel. If we were to get a breakout and follow through beyond that level, the target I would look at resides at $72 per barrel. So that's if we get follow through and we start to break out back above last week's highs. I would look at the target of $72 per barrel. Brent crude oil has actually been leading the move this week, and so far it's up 3.5%. And you can see here where it broke out today back above $80 per barrel. It didn't hold above that level. It's retraced as we've got towards the close. It is currently trading at $79.69 per barrel. We are getting towards the upper Keltner channels, and the next level of major resistance resides at the monthly pivot, which is $80.56 per barrel. It's still very possible that we could get a bit of additional follow through here, break up to that level, which would also be a retest here of the 2018 highs as well, and we could get a spike above that level of resistance. But I would watch out for retracements around that zone and potential bull traps as well. So if we do see a breakout to that level, you want to be a bit nimble in taking your profits off the table. We're starting to get towards the extremes of price. We're at the second Keltner channel almost here as well, where typically we do start to see rollover. And let's say, for example, Brent crude oil doesn't follow through between now and the end of the week. It could very quickly also start to roll over and move back towards $78 per barrel as well. And it could actually lend to a sell short setup if we were to see a break back below Wednesday's low here. So for example, if we didn't follow through to the upside, and then we could start to see gains get given back, or just natural profit taking from right at the upper end of the Keltner channels here as well. And it might also provide a sell short, a short-term sell short opportunity as well. But you need to be quite nimble with trading oil at these levels. So I would look out for that on Brent crude oil if we don't get additional follow through to the upside. So essentially a breakout on Brent crude oil. The next levels of resistance, they reside at $80.56 per barrel, and just above that at $81.49 per barrel. Those are the next key levels I would look out on a breakout. If we were to see a sell short set up and a break back below Wednesday's low, that is where I'd look for a move back towards $78 to $77 per barrel in the short term for Brent crude oil. Also note that if we do start to see sell signals here on oil, OPEC did come out on Wednesday with a report stating that they have trimmed their forecast for 2019 global oil demand growth, and that could also start to get factored in between now and the end of the week if we start to see profit taking right at the upper end of the Keltner channels. Typically when oil does get towards the upper end of the Keltner channels here and the monthly pivot, usually it's a good time to start thinking about taking some profit off the table. If you would like to be a member of the Gold and Silver Club, then join us on the private members live trading room. As a member, you get access to live trade alerts. Those are delivered via WhatsApp, SMS and email. You have access to mentorship, expert advice, in-depth market analysis, and trusted insight so you can know earlier how to act quicker and maximize your return on each trade opportunity. To find out more about the service, just go to www.jointhelivetradingroom.com. The link is also below this report in the description. So just click on the link, make an application, and we will of course get in touch with you ASAP. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you will be kept updated with the latest commodity reports.